Hello and welcome back to Endless Legend, the Tempest, where the ring never stops. And soon we'll make a ring out of our enemy's tears. Actually we can't, we're too weak. So I don't quite remember what we're doing. I think we are... That's right, we just founded a new city. Quite fantastically. It's a real nice place with a lot of food, but not a whole lot of production. And I would like to expand fairly soon, but I don't think I'm ready for a third city quite yet. If there is a third city, it will be settled here, but I do worry that these guys, the forest folks, will grab that territory before I do. Because there's one thing I learned is that the forest people settle very, very quickly. But I would like to subdue the neutral population in this territory first. And then at the same time we'll try to build a navy to explore some of these installations. Sounds like a good plan. Language square is done, just in time too. I keep wanting to hit this person, but he is way above my capability right now. How did he get to 73 at damage? That seems ridiculous. My units are 22 and 30, and this thing, which is also the base unit, is 56 and 73. Doesn't seem very fair. Does that have to do with the difficulty? I'm not sure. Next empire plan, don't put any influence into the military ministry. Set economics and population to level 1. So this is actually a good time to talk about empire plans, which is here. Every so often, I forget how many turns, I think like 20 something turns, you get to make a new empire plan, which basically gives you a civilization or faction-wide boost on everything. So you can pick directions that you want to go here, but it costs influence. So for example, that quest asked me not to pick anything in the military, but instead put 1 point into economy and population, which basically gives me +3 gold per citizen on cities if I put any citizens onto the gold or / dust producing job, which of course, if you click on a city, is this column. So right now I don't have anybody in there. The question though actually here is quite interesting. I have 3 more turns before the next empire plan comes online, and I would like to have enough influence to be able to select something, but right now I won't, because in 3 turns I would have +3 every turn and I have 36. What I'm gonna do actually is I probably forgot to do this, which is unfortunate. I probably should have done this earlier. Is to shift some of my people into other columns. I'm waiting for war to finish, because as war finishes, then I'm planning to build a bunch of C units to have him, go wreak havoc on people. And also to explore a little bit more, because I need him to be able to sit here and, mind their own business here. So we will put 2 people into influence, which means we went from +3 a turn to +7 a turn, and hopefully that will give us enough in time for the new empire plan, and which will allow us to become allies with these guys. When I say allies, I mean they become our servants. When I say servants, I mean they become our slaves. There's no way to sugarcoat this thing. It's the fish eat fish world. Alright, nothing else we can do right now. Who are these guys again? They're the Nydia. I believe the Nydia produces like bird people, but I do want to explore over here to see the last village. So here you can see how many villages. And there are 3 of them. 2 of them are certainly very hostile to me right now, but not so too much longer. Just 3 more turns. 3 more turns and then they'll be peaceful. Or we'll make them pay, damn it! Glass wool. Let's see. I have Empire Mint killed up next, which will come after this, and I'm thinking I probably need a library. Because I don't have a lot of science production right now. The city is actually not doing too bad. It's got 3 science plots. 3 plots of science. This city has not a whole lot of science. You know, there are a couple of techs I need to be able to start getting these strategic resources and also luxury resources, which are actually quite important. But I don't really want to be doing it now. Okay, so this is another territory I can settle. Should I do it? I'm debating about getting my next expansion in as well, so I can take over this particular territory, which would be nice. I might actually think about doing that. Once this city finishes growing, I might get a settler in and have them over here, because if I produce settlers in this city, it's going to take way too long for me to get here. We'll see. Depends on how fast this place gets settled. I might want to explore this part just to make sure. We don't have to worry about that quite as well. Empire plan 2 turns. I should have enough to make something which will pacify these guys. If you pacify them, then every single village gives you 1 extra population you can put in here. So right now I have 2, and if I pacify them, I get 3 extra, which is fantastic. You can think of it as a natural resource, if you will. A very flexible natural resource. Either way. I'm eyeing everybody around me suspiciously. Why are they? Anything else that's interesting here? I can go try to explore that ruin, but I'm very afraid that if I step out of my territory, I'm gonna get murdered by somebody. These are terrible units. If you look at these sand towers, 29, 24, which is not great, but of course these are basically the very basic units, and they will still murder me. I'm waiting for the ability to pacify them, which then would allow me to integrate them into my society. Then I can make huge units. What a day. What do you want? 3 turns. 2 turns, 2 turns. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I do want to collect a little bit of extra influence such that I will be able to assimilate these guys as soon as they're ready to be assimilated. That would be nice. Not too worried about the land, because I will be making my play in the ocean. There it is. So it costs 40 to employ a Empire plan at 48, which is fantastic. I would like to do that too, but I don't have enough. So let me double check the quest to make sure that is what these guys want. Set economy and population ministry to level 1. Okay, economy and population. This, set to level 1, apply. We should finish the quest. That also helps us in the winter, because in the winter, you start to lose money very quickly. So then, one of the way to counteract it, especially the first winter, is to put some people into the dust production business. That helps. They're doing quite well. So now we're shifting everything into production. So we can get the foundry built. And I don't know if I want to build a sea storage right now. I might actually build either a settler or a burrow. No, we're gonna go for the settler. I want to see if I can rush this. It'll be very tragic if they settle here, but maybe we can find some place here to settle. Have I pacified them yet? Maybe next turn? How can I... Somebody is killing people here, so they must also want to settle in this region as well. That will be okay. At this point, I actually don't mind too much. I have a safe haven over here, so people shouldn't be able to make it over here unless they go through this place, which I am going to attempt to fortify. Hopefully if I can grab this place as well. That will give me a pretty solid basis on this continent, and that will go a long way toward my ambitions of turning everybody into a crab cake. Right. Somebody gonna come and bust me down? No, they settled in this. Okay. So green settled. And I finished my first quest. I got 15 titanium. Now I need to make 2 Vors, which is exactly what I was planning to do anyway. That's nice. And also, I finished this, which allowed me to pacify everybody here. Now, if you look at my city screen, I have 6 people instead of 3. Which make all of my production go much, much more quickly. That's how I like it. The other thing it allows me to do is if I assimilate, I can make this unit that these guys normally produce, which I can't yet because to assimilate somebody, I need 30 influence. And E is quite a bit better. The standard, even the base stat is 39 attack and 30 damage compared to my 20-something. No comparison. So I want to get that as quickly as possible. The other question is, if you assimilate somebody, you get a bonus. So the bonus you get in this particular race is you get plus 5% initiative boost for every single village. In our case, we have 3 villages. So that means all of our unit gets 15% initiative boost. Initiative is basically like a turn order. If you have high initiative, then you can act quickly, which actually is the key to combat. We're gonna access that and get the heck out of here, because they will be murdering us since now we're in their territory. Alright, and I'm done with the Vor, so I can start building a couple of them. We'll do 2. 2 is probably a good number to start with and explore the oceans, because they're quite decent against the early units on the sea. And we can level up. Don't actually know what I want right now. This is my scouting hero. Usually the scouting hero will also turn into the combat hero fairly soon. But he's the support unit, so he doesn't get real good combat stuff until much, much later. On the other hand, I don't actually know. Yeah, like a lot of this stuff. For example, plus 10 approval on city with oceanic exploitation, or stuff like this. No, not this. This 10% naval production. It's only good if he's in a governor of a city, which he is not right now, certainly. I think I'm gonna go this route, and then eventually have him start boosting my units. Can't quite do it yet. In a couple turns, I will have enough influence to assimilate. That'll be a glorious day. And I think for this city, I'm gonna start building burrows to expand in this direction, because I've got some interesting wonders here. I don't know if I need to go anywhere else. Okay, that's fine. That's probably fine for now. Done with a burrow in 1 turn. Did I build? Yeah, I think I built the sea storage in this already. Yeah, I've done it already. So one thing about this game is it's actually, the menu is kind of confusing. there are some stuff that you can build. Like, for example, Coast Battery, it says -3 gold from city upkeep. When I first started playing the game, I thought that meant you actually become more efficient, so you spent less money on city upkeep. That actually means you spent more money. I think it could be worded better, but maybe it's just me. Alright. You gonna attack us? I am getting the heck out of here. Look at this odd. Just 2 demons and I can't do anything. I will retreat. Phew. And I'm gonna crawl back into my territory. Cannot do that? Oh my goodness. I thought I... Hold on. I thought I put stuff on you. Improve movement. But why can't I get back into my own territory? Alright. I'm not happy about this. So here's what we'll do. If I can't move back into my territory next turn, he will kill me. Because I can't retreat. Well, you know what? I might be able to. Because retreating takes up half your health. So I might be able to retreat one more time. Oh, that's why. There's a cliff here. It's disappointing, I have to say. Alright, so this is what we'll do. We'll sacrifice 1 mastermind. Move him out here. And take my hero. And go behind. So hopefully he would attack this unit instead of my hero, and my hero would survive. Actually, you know what? The other way I can do is actually just take my hero back to the capital. But this is funnier, so we'll go with this. If he dies, then it will be no longer funny, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so now, since I'm building the Vor, I'm going to put everything into production. So that we can crank these out really quickly here. That borough added some extra squares for my city, which allowed it to build things faster. It's always a good idea to expand, but every single borough you build, you lose a happiness, so you have to be very careful with this. There are some ways for you to recover, but, you know, not pleasant. Now I am going to concentrate fully on production right now, and hopefully on survival. Take the bait. Don't attack my hero. Attack these guys. Oh, please, nice demon. Do me a favor. Wait, did he not do anything? Can I retreat? I can retreat. Ah, oh, thank goodness. Get out of there, please. Can I join? Okay. They've combined together, and hopefully he won't attack me anymore since I'm in my own territory. Once the settler is done, I'm probably going to build a borough and start moving in this direction. I can also move in this direction to get more ocean tiles, which might not actually be a bad idea. Or this direction, because ocean tiles is worth quite a bit to me, but I kind of want to get this wizard stone first, and having this resource here will help us later too, once winter comes. Speaking of which, winter is coming very soon. We'll go for that right now. Gives us some extra food as well. And I patiently await for the completion of these guys. One thing you can do is when you build units, you can go in here and then equip them, which is actually how you improve units, because you have very limited unit selection in this game. The way you get stronger units is actually by upgrading their equipment. So for example, this Vor that I'm building, I have nothing on him. It's all basic. But you can equip armor on him, some kind. You can actually take it off, I believe, so that you can build them much more quickly. But they're terrible if you take them off. Right now, they don't have any armor on, which I think I might actually put something on him. 40 costs 40 extra. And health, 16 defense. That might be worthwhile. I'm going to put him on them. And I can get something with improved vision, or I can get Formian Slayer 3. Formians are essentially the pirates. So for the first set, I think I do want the vision, because that will help me explore. And I think my unit should be strong enough where the Formian shouldn't be that big of a problem. So we'll do that, and now it's much more expensive to build these Vors. I think the first one is not affected though, but then the second one would be. Actually no, I think if you queue them, then they're not affected. But now if you build them, it takes more... Well, actually I don't remember. We'll find out. Once we finish, we'll find out. I don't know what I'm talking about. And maybe we'll go one more turn here, or wrap up this episode. I'm one turn away from able to being a simulate, so that's what I'm eagerly waiting toward. You left us alone. Thanks goodness. Thanks goodness. Thank goodness. So it would appear that this territory still hasn't been settled yet, which means Purple settled a different territory, and that's good because now we can take over this territory, which is what we want. And that's all the territory on this part of the land that we will want to get. Because I think I want to be looking elsewhere. I don't want to get too deep into these sections since we're blocked, and also because we can move much more easily on the ocean. I don't want to get too deep into the middle of the land, where our units can actually get to. Head this way. When the settler gets finished, I can put him in their unit and then come over here. And then, second thing we'll do is we'll do the assimilation right now. There we go. Now we can make our glorious Arpuja. 39, 27, 34, 30. Compared to our Mastermind, which is 22, 12, 40, and 30. On a different level. They're all support units though, so that infantry unit, I think, infantry unit? Flying unit, okay. Be much better. And with that, we'll end this episode here. Next time, let's see if we can get our expansion going on this direction and get our first sea units. Thanks for watching. See you next time.